Hi folks, welcome back to Northwest Bushcraft. We've come out today with Emily.
Hiya.
Hiya, and Louise is on the camera. So we've come out today to one of our local foraging hotspots. We're going to be looking for some fungi. We've got a bit of a stump hopefully that should be covered in oyster mushrooms, but we'll hopefully find that in a bit. Now the eagle-eyed amongst you will have noticed that we've changed the intro to the Northwest Bushcraft YouTube channel. From a bit of the feedback from some of you guys, it was blatantly obvious that 32 seconds with the screenshots and kind of self-indulgent intro was a bit too much, so we're going to just have a single photograph and then jump straight into the action. Okay, so we're going to go and find some fungi.
Great.
Yep, okay, we'll see you in a bit. Bye now.
Bye.
Hi folks, welcome back to Northwest Bushcraft. We've come out today for a bit of a fungi forage. We've come to like one of our local hotspots here, and this is an oyster mushroom grown on an old beach stump. Now what I'll do, we'll have a bit of a zoom in shortly, but I just thought I'd show you it. Now when these things grow, they grow in massive profusions. If we can, we'll go around the other side of this stump as well, but it's actually where the rest of the tree is that's fallen, all that's completely covered as well. The whole of this stump is covered, so it's an amazing mushroom. It'll grow thousands in one place. So what I'll do, we'll have a bit of a zoom in and we'll show what it's like underneath. Now one of the tips with when you're collecting mushrooms, don't just go ragging it out of the ground or ragging it off the side of a stump, because what will happen is you disturb all the mycelium that kind of grows underneath it, and then you just won't get any more mushrooms in future, any fungi in future. So when you're cutting them out, take this one, and then if you cut underneath, that's it. You see, that way we haven't cut away any of the mycelium, we've just taken the mushroom, and this will be perfectly fine. Okay, so we've cut the main fruit body of the fungus away. And as I said before, the thing with gathering fungi is that if you imagine fungi as apples on a tree, you've got the mycelium, which is the tree, and then the mushroom is actually the fungi, it's just actually the fruiting body of it. So if you start ragging that out when you're gathering unresponsibly, then you just won't have anything in the future. So what we'll do is we'll have a bit of a zoom in on this now, and then we'll show you what it's like underneath and all around it. Because obviously just a picture one is never going to be enough for a positive ID. Right, so if you have a look underneath to start with, you've got what is essentially, they aren't gills in the true sense of like a supermarket bought mushroom. They're like ridges or lines that go all the way down, right from underneath the lip, all the way down the stem. So that's the underside, and they're not brittle at all. You can move them about, they won't break. And then on the top side here, and this is where you get the name, the oyster mushroom from, is because it's kind of shaped a little bit like an oyster or an oyster shell. Now when they're young, they're often indented in the middle, and this can sometimes be a problem because you might get the odd one or two insects get in there, maybe a bit of rainwater will go in. But this particular type of oyster mushroom is like a sort of fawny kind of colour. So that's the oyster mushroom, really nice to eat, very, very edible. You don't need a huge amount of moisture with these. They're great in risottos, but if you gather these after they've rained and you put them in the frying pan, the amount of moisture that will come out of these is phenomenal. So that's it, that's the oyster mushroom. Really tasty to eat. We're going to get some of these, and I think this is going to constitute our tea tonight. Okay, thanks a lot for watching, take care, and we'll see you again soon.